Hi, welcome to Still Life Yoga. For today's video, we'll need a yoga block for later on in the practice. But right now, we're going to come to our mat and let's find a little plank pose real quick. We'll just dig in with the hands, engage across the chest, the belly, the front of the thighs, long neck, couple of breaths. And then we'll find a nice down dog with a straight back, straight neck. The hips are high, the arms are engaged. Don't worry about the legs. And then with a big inhale, we're going to take that right leg high and we're going to step through, finding a low lunge. And then we're going to come on up to a high lunge here. Keeping the shoulders soft. Digging through that back leg too. Don't dump so much weight on that front leg. Have any pinch in the low back, then go ahead and bend that back knee. A couple of breaths here. Again, keeping the shoulders soft, keeping the breath strong. Now let's lean forward, lean over that front thigh. Keep the arms reaching over the head. Keep the crown of the head reaching forward as well so the spine stays nice and long here. Just a couple of breaths. And then we're going to come on up into a warrior three. So we'll stand on that front leg, lifting the back leg to the same elevation as the torso. Try to keep the hips square to the floor here. Don't peel it open just yet. Keep it down. Now let's go ahead and grab that block, and now we'll peel the hip open, finding that half moon. Raise that top arm if you like, and try to shine the chest up towards the sky here. So don't let that top shoulder dip down. Raise the chest up. The leg and the torso are at the same elevation. Couple of breaths. And then we're going to come back down to our warrior three. Again, digging in with that front leg, back leg, same elevation. And now we'll find a standing split. So you can take one or both hands to that standing ankle or calf if you like, or you can keep them down on the ground. It's your call. One more breath. And then let's find a ragdoll here. So we'll drop that left foot to meet the right. Keep a nice big bend in the knees. Let the head and shoulders hang heavy. You can sway side to side if you like, just to release the tension in the low back. Big inhale, we're going to sweep it high. Exhale, let's fold. You can step or float back. And let's chaturanga here. So we'll come down, keeping the elbows nice and tight. Push on through for the up dog with a long neck. Pull those shoulders back. And then with an exhale, we'll find our down dog. And when you're ready, we're going to take that left leg high with a big inhale. And with an exhale, we'll step through. Low lunge on this side. Big inhale. Let's come on up to a high lunge. Again, keeping those shoulders soft. Bend the back knee if you like. Take any pressure off the low back. Beautiful. One more big inhale here. And then with an exhale, let's lean forward across that front thigh. Keep the arms and the crown of the head reaching forward so the spine stays nice and long. And then when you're ready, we're going to come on up to that warrior three. So up on that left standing leg, trying to get that lifted leg and the torso at the same elevation. Keeping the hips square. Don't open it up just yet. Breathe here. It's really important to breathe. And when you're ready, we'll go ahead and grab that block. And we'll peel that right hip open. Trying to stack the right hip on the left. Open the chest up to the sky, so don't let that top elbow dip down at all. Try to bring that lifted leg up. A little higher elevation. And then we're going to shut it back down and come back to our warrior three. So closing that hip back down. Dig in with that standing leg. Couple of breaths. Dropping the hands and the head, we're going to find standing splits. And again, if you want to bring one or both hands to that ankle or calf, go for it. If not, you can keep both hands on the ground. And when you're ready, we're going to drop that right foot to meet the left. We'll find another ragdoll here. Again, big bend to the knees. Let that stretch come into the back and the shoulders and the neck. Release any tension that it may have built up there. Beautiful. Sweep it high. Exhale, we're going to fold. And we'll step back. And let's chaturanga. Big inhale for the up dog. Pull those shoulders back. Exhale brings us back to down dog. And when you're ready, we can step or float to the front of the mat. And from here, we're going to come on up, sweep it high. Let's take one more big inhale and sweep it high. Exhale, we're going to forward fold. And with an inhale, let's come up to chair. So keep the spine nice and neutral. Don't pooch the butt out back. Don't need to overly tuck the hips. Just a neutral spine. Keeping the shoulders soft. Make sure you can see your toes over top of the knees. And let's just hang out here for a couple of breaths. Maybe sink a little bit lower into our chair. Maybe lower still. Couple more breaths here. Really engage through the core. And when you're ready, we're going to find another ragdoll. Again, just to release any tension in that low back. Beautiful. Big inhale. We're going to sweep it high. Exhale, fold, step or float back to chaturanga. Keeping those elbows really tight to the body as you go down. Big inhale pushes through to up dog with a long neck. Exhale finds us back in down dog. Beautiful. Let's step or float to the front of the mat. Take a big inhale. We're going to sweep it high. Bring our hands to heart center. From here, let's find a mountain pose. So we're going to put our feet right underneath our hips. We're going to balance the weight, front to back, left to right. Just take that energy right through the soles of your feet, bring it up all the way through the body, through the crown of the head. So stand up nice and tall with strength. Let's put the weight in the right foot. We're going to lift that left thigh up off the ground. Keep the thigh about horizontal. Bring the hands to heart center. And again, take that energy out of the standing foot right through the body. Left hand on left knee. And let's open that knee up to the side here. Kind of opening the hip, relaxing. You can take that right arm, extend it outward if you like. If not, keep it to the side. Now the knee comes back and the right hand goes on the left knee, and the left arm reaches out behind us. And let's see if we can bring the vision back across that left shoulder. So a little bit of a twist here. Changing the vision really messes up with the balance. So if you fall out, just come on back. So everything's back to center, and now we're going to find tree. So a tree can be anything on the knee or on the leg other than the knee. So no pressure on the knee. You can have it on the thigh, the calf, the kickstand, whatever feels good. I like it on the calf, so that's where I usually end up. Couple of breaths here. Staying strong, but staying relaxed. So engaged, but not attached. Big inhale, let's sweep it high. Exhale, let's come on down. Let's drop that foot, and we can just shake it out here. So we're going to come back to our strong mountain pose again. And I'll just do this from the side for a little different view. So again, put the feet right underneath you. Stand up strong, engaged. The weight goes into the left leg this time. The right foot's coming up, the right thigh. Just a couple of breaths here. Standing strong. Now let's take that right hand, right thigh, and we're going to open the hip up. And again, the left arm can extend out. You can keep it to your side. You can keep it on your hip. It doesn't really matter. Wherever you can find the balance. Beautiful. Let's come into the center. And then we're going to take that left hand on the right knee. The right arm opens up behind us. And let's see if we can bring the vision across that right shoulder, looking at the extended hand. Again, when you start to move your vision around in balanced poses, it really messes with you. So take your time, do it slow. If you fall out, just come on back. It's no big deal. Beautiful. We're coming in. We're finding that tree, again, anywhere but the knee. Just dig in, find some balance, find some stillness. And then with an inhale, we'll sweep it high. Exhale, let's bring the hands down. Let's drop the foot. And let's shake that out. So from here, we're going to come back to the mat, and we will lower ourselves all the way down to the mat, right onto our belly. So let's have the chin on the mat. The feet are flat. Let's bring the hands to the side, and the palms of the hands are facing inwards towards the thighs. With a big inhale, we're lifting our chest and our head and our arms and our legs off the mat. Really find some space across the chest here. Long neck, pull those shoulders back. Feet are lifted, breathe. This is an amazing core exercise. Build tremendous strength. Be sure to breathe. It's very difficult to breathe in this pose, and all your weight's crushing down on your lungs, but make the effort. Let's come on down. We can shimmy the hips, or we can bend the knees and windshield wiper the feet, again, just to protect that low back. No strain on the back. Let's come on back. We're going to do this again. Coming up, head and chest and feet. No need to crank the neck out of place here. Just a nice neutral neck, but really broaden those shoulders wide across the chest. One more big inhale. Let's come on down. And again, shimmy the hips, windshield wiper the feet. Beautiful. Let's find a child's pose here real quick. Nice wide knees. Let the big toes touch. Wide knees gives your torso a little place to fall. And then when you're ready, let's come to a seated position. Let's take the soles of the feet together. So we're going to sit up nice and tall. Soles of the feet together, knees are out. And let's drop the weight into the left knee here. And then we're going to take that right foot and pull it to the side. With both hands, let's frame out that left knee. We're going to take a big inhale, find some length in the spine. And then as we exhale, let's fold over that knee. Try to keep the back nice and straight here, so don't arch up through the back. Let that stretch get into the hips, into the inner thighs. Don't overcompensate, or don't try to compensate with the hunch in the back. Take a couple of breaths here, big breaths. And when you're ready, we'll bring our hands back underneath us, lift ourselves up. We'll swing that right arm back around, or the right leg, Sitting up tall, putting the weight into the right knee. We'll pull that left leg to the side, framing out the right knee. And with an exhale, we'll fold on down. You can come to your elbows. You can come all the way down to the floor, whatever feels good. But again, don't hunch the back over. Keep the spine nice and long here, and enjoy the stretch in the hips and in the inner thighs. Couple big breaths, really filling the body up. Beautiful. When you're ready, let's take both hands, frame out that knee. We're going to push ourselves up strongly. And we're going to pull that left leg around. And let's drop both feet to the floor, and we'll just windshield wiper our knees here. I'm a firm believer in being kind to the low back. So let's bring both knees up into the chest. Give it a little rock side to side. And when you're ready, we're going to send both knees over to the right, taking a big twist here. And let's extend that left arm out to the side. Just hang out here, breathe. Relax. I like to come all the way out to the outside of my hip and let the arm kind of hang up in the air. And then as you breathe, you can feel the chest and the shoulder just kind of incrementally opening up here and loosening as your hands begins to fall towards the ground. And when you're ready, let's come back to center. We'll give another little windshield wiper side to side. And then when you're ready, we're going to send both knees over to the left side. Again, coming all the way out to the outside of that hip. And extend the right arm out to the side and let it just melt down to the ground. Be sure to breathe deeply here. Enjoy the twist. And when you're ready, we'll bring both knees back up to center. Hugging them back in. Let's give another little rock side to side, keeping the spine long. And then drop the right foot and with the left hand, grab the outside of the left foot. So it's a half of a happy baby. The spine stays nice and long, so the tailbone stays down, the shoulders reach towards the mat, and the sole of that left foot is horizontal. So really bringing the knee up towards the armpit. It's a nice big stretch here. This is great for the hamstrings. Just a couple of breaths here. Beautiful. Let's come on down. We'll drop the left foot and let's switch it up. So the right foot's coming up, grabbing the outside with the right hand. Spine's long, shoulders are reaching down, foot stays horizontal. And let's just breathe. Take one more big breath here. And then we'll drop that right foot down to the floor. And again, let's give another windshield wiper. Release the tension in the back. From here, we're going to take the soles of the feet together. We'll let the knees just open up, dropping everything down to the floor. You can rest your hands on your stomach. You can just drop them down to your side, whatever feels good. And this is where we're going to end. So you can hang out here for a couple minutes, just relaxing, allowing the breath to go back to a more normal pattern. Hang out as long as you like, and thanks for joining me. Feel free to subscribe, comment, leave some feedback. Appreciate it.